Hello everyone, myself M. Dhanapal, Assistant Professor of Information Technology from Erode Sengundar Engineering College. Today I am going to discuss about computer networking. So today's content of my topic is networks, that is basics concept, uses of networks in sharing resources, backups. Next, common types of networks, network media, wireless networks, threats to networks, the internet world, cloud and cloud computing. The first topic, the computer network. The computer network is a group of computer or devices that uses a set of common communication protocol over digital interconnections for the purpose of sharing resources located on or provided by the network nodes. The nodes of a computer network may include personal computers, servers, networking hardware, or other specified or general purpose hosts. The interconnections between nodes are formed from a broad spectrum of telecommunication network technologies based on physically or optical and wireless technologies. A communication protocol is a set of rules for exchanging information over network physically, wired, optical and wireless. So this is the some basic network diagram. You can see what kind of networks are used nowadays. So advantages and uses of networks. So while we are using the network, the advantages are simultaneous access. That means there are moments in any business when several workers may need to use same data at same time. So while we use network, the number of person can access the data using network. Third, peripheral devices, like we can share the devices like hardwares, that is a printer or any speakers we can share by network. The next one is personal communication. So video conferencing, voice over internet protocol, that means VoIP. That means VoIP transmits the sound of voice over a computer network using internet protocol rather than sending the signal over traditional phone wires. The last advantage of easier data backup. Okay. Next one, the networking devices. So what are the devices in networking? The first one is NIC card, that is network interface card, repeaters, hub, switch, bridge, router, gateway and firewall. First is going to see about the NIC card. So NIC card means network interface card. It is used to physically connect host device to the network media. A NIC is a printed circuit board that fits into the expansion slot of a bus on a computer motherboard. It can also be peripheral device. NICs are sometimes called network adapter. Each NIC is identified by a unique code called media access control address. This address is used to control data communication for the host on the network. The next one is repeaters. So repeater is a network device used to regenerate a signal. Suppose if we want to send our message to an in the long period means or long distance mean, the signal can be lost or it will some data are missing due to the poor signal. So we need some regeneration. So that's why we are using repeaters in our network. Repeaters regenerate analog or digital signals that are distorted by transmission loss due to attenuation. A repeater does not make an intelligent decision concerning forwarding packets. The next one is hubs. So we can see the hubs types: 100 base teacup, 10 base teacup. Hubs concentrate on connections. In other words, they take a group of hosts and allow the network to see them as a single unit. This is done by passively without any other effect on data transmission. Act- Active hubs concentrate host and also regenerate signals. Next one, bridges. So bridges convert network data formats and perform basic data transmission management. So bridge provide connection between LAN. So it is a intermediate or it's a connection of two networks. LAN connection, that means local area networks. They also check data to determine if it should cross the bridge. This make each part of the network more efficient. The next one, switches. Switches add more intelligence to data transfer management. They can determine if data should remain on LAN and transfer data only to the connection that needs it. Another difference between bridge and switch is that a switch does not convert data transmission formats. The next one, router. Routers have all the capabilities listed above. That is, routers can regenerate signals, concentrate multiple connections, convert data transmission formats, and manage data transfers. They can also connect to a WAN, that is wide area network, which allow them to connect LANs that are separated by great distance. The next one, gateways. Here, gateway is a piece of networking hardware used in telecommunication network that allow data to flow from one discrete network to another. Gateways are distinct from routers or switches in that way communicate using more than one protocol to connect bunch of networks. The next one is firewall concept. So firewall is a network device or software for controlling network security and access rules. So it is also a working as a wall for avoiding unauthorized person enter into your group or in a LAN or a WAN. Firewall are insert in the connection between secure internal networks and potentially insecure external networks such as internal. Firewall are typically configured to reject access requests from unrecognized source while allowing action from recognized ones. The virtual role of firewalls play in network security grows in parallel with the constant increases in cipher attacks. So here, cipher attacks mean they have a lot of attacks are there like a active attack and passive attack. So active attack means the intruder or a third party can analyze or watching or listening our transmission over the network. Passive attacks, during the transmission the third party can um, change our original messages as well as forward it to another persons. Okay, the next one, network medias. So function of the net media is to carry flow of information through LAN. So while we using our network, we need some network medias. So here there is a three kind of network medias are there: wired media, fiber optic, that is wireless media. Okay, the first one, wired media. Wired, a widely adopted family that use copper and fiber media in local area network technology are collectively known as Ethernet. The wired medias are copper cable or fiber optic cable. Okay, in copper cable, coaxial cable, shielded twisted pair, unshielded twisted pair cables are there. And next one is wireless media. Use the atmosphere or space as the medium. Okay, so we can see the copper cables, that is 10 base 5 thicknet and 10 base 2 thinnet and 10 base T. These are all the copper cables used in our network. The most common, easiest, quickest and cheapest from the network media to install. Okay, the disadvantage of sending data over copper wire is the further the signal travels, the weaker it becomes during the long transaction. Next one, coaxial cable. It can run longer distance than twisted pair cable. It can send the data speed is 10 to 100 Mbps per second, and cost wise it is inexpensive. Media and connector size is medium. Maximum cable length is 500 meter. Okay, the next one, sealed twisted pair cable. So this speed is maximum 0 to 100 Mbps, and cost wise it is moderate, and media and connector size medium to large, and maximum cable length is 100 meter. Okay, so this is the this diagram shows the sealed twisted pair cable. So outer layer is jacket, and then inner is braided seal, and then foil seal and twisted pair cables. Okay, the next one is unsealed twisted pair cable, that is UTP. Is a 4 pair wires medium used in variety of networks. Each of 8 copper wires in the UTP cable is covered by insulating material. So usually unsealed twisted pair cable speed is 10 to 1000 Mbps. Cost wise it is very least expensive. Media and connector size is small, and maximum cable length is 100 meter depending upon the quality and category of the cable. The next one is UTP implementation. So here, so this is the RJ45 cable, that is register jack 45 cable. It is connected in our NIC card. Okay. Then next one is fiber optic cable. So fiber optic cable is a glass fiber carrying light pulse, each pulse a bit. Based on the total internet reflection on light, high speed point to point transmission, that is 100 to 100 Gbps, lower error rate, repeater spaced far apart, immune to electromagnetic noise. Communication protocols. So here we need some protocols for transfer or messages from source to destination. The protocol is a set of rules that will allow the data travel from one source to another source. The first one is Internet Protocol. It is also called as a TCP/IP. Is the foundation of all modern network. It defines the addressing, identification, and routing specification for IPv4 and for a IPv6. It is a defining set of protocol for the internet. The next one, IEEE 802. It is a family of IEEE standard dealing with local area networks and metropolitan area networks. They operate mostly at levels 1 and 2 of the OSI model. Okay, the next one, Ethernet. It is a family of protocol used in wired LANs, described by a set of standard together called IEEE 802. So we can see the uh, diagram of TCP/IP protocol suite. So we can see in the next chapter about the TCP/IP protocol. The next one, communication protocol, that is wireless LAN. It is standardized by IEEE 802.11 and shares many properties with wired Ethernet. Then SONET means synchronous optical networking and synchronous digital hierarchy, that is SDH, are standardized multiplexing protocols that transfer multiple digital digital bit stream over optical fiber using laser. The next one is ATM, that means asynchronous transfer mode. It uses asynchronous time division multiplexing and encodes data into small fixed size cell. Good choice for network that handle both traditional high throughput data traffic and real-time low latency content such as voice and videos. The next one is types of network. So here we have many kind of networks are there. The first one is PAN, personal area network, local area network, campus area network, metropolitan area network, wide area network, storage area network, virtual private network, client server network, peer-to-peer networks. First one, personal area network. So personal area network is a computer network used for a data transmission amongst devices such as computer, telephone, tablet and personal digital assistants, also known as HAN, home area network. So it is used within the home area. Okay. PAN can be used for communication amongst the personal device themselves or for connecting to a higher level network on the internet. Okay. The next one, local area network. Xerox Corporation worked in the collaboration with DEC and Intel to create Ethernet, which is the most pervasive LAN architecture used today. Ethernet has evolved and has seen significant improvements in regard to speed and efficiency. An upside of LAN is fast data transfer with data speed that can reach up to 10 Gbps, that is gigabits per second. Other significant LAN technologies are fiber distributed data interface, that is FDDA, and token ring. The next one is campus area network. It is larger than the LAN but smaller than MAN, that is metropolitan area network. These type of networks are typically seen in universities, large K2 school districts or small business areas. They can be spread across several buildings that are fairly close to each other, so user can share the resources through the network. Okay. The next one is metropolitan area network. So here a MAN is larger than LAN but smaller than or equal size in to a WAN. The size range anywhere from 5 to 50 km in diameter. MAN are typically owned and managed by a single entity. This could be an ISP, Internet Service Provider, or telecommunications company that sells its services to end user in that metropolitan area. Okay. The next one, for all intent and purpose, a MAN has the same characteristics as a WAN with the distance constraints. Wide area network. So wide area network exists over a large area. Data travels through telephones or cable lines, usually requires a modem, that is modulation and demodulation. That is like our message is first modulated and send it to the network. At the receiver side, demodulate the message and they can view the original message. The world largest wide area network in the internet. The next one is storage area network. That is SAN, may be referred to as a sub network or special purpose network. It is special purpose is to allow the user on large network to connect various data storage device with cluster of data servers. Okay, so this is the uh, diagram for storage area network. The next one is virtual private network. That is simply it is known as VPN. Is a private network that can access public network remotely. VPN uses encryption and security protocol to retain privacy while it accesses outside resources. Then, when employed on a network, VPN enables an end user to create a virtual tunnel to remote location. Typically, telecomputers use VPN to log into their company network from home. Authentication provided to validate the identifier of the two peers. Confidentiality provides encryption of data to keep it private from prying eyes. Integrity is used to ensure that the data sent between the two devices or sites has not been tampered with. The next one is client server networks. In a client server arranged network service are located on a dedicated computer called a server. The server responds to the request of a client. The server is central computer that is continuously available to respond to the request from the client for file, print, application, and other services. Most network operating systems adopt the form of client-server relationship. Typically, desktop computer function as client and one or more computers with additional processing power, memory, and specialized software. The next one, peer-to-peer networks. So in peer-to-peer network, usually it's a very small network. Each workstation has equivalent capabilities and responsibilities, does not require a switch or a hub. These types of network do not perform well under heavy data loads. Okay. The next one, internet concept. The simplest definition of the internet is that is a networks of networks. Okay. Uh, so in network, how the information travel through the internet. Okay, a page on the internet, whether it's full of words, images, or both, doesn't come to you in one segment. It is translated into digital information, chopped into 1500 bytes piece called packets, and sent to you like puzzle that needs to be reassembled. Each part of the packet has a specific function. Okay, so we can see it now: header, and then data block, and then sequence id, and the end of the messages. Okay, so in header, it's provides the complete destination address for the packet. So each and every system have a IP address, so we need IP address to send the data from source to destination. The next part is in this packet is data block. So in data block, the portion of the overall information carried by this packet. The next one is sequence ID. So in this ID is where the information belong in relation to the rest of the information. So suppose we are dividing our message into number of packets, means at the receiver side we need to rearrange the packet, then only we can view our message sequentially. Then the next one is end of the message, and this ID is denoted end of the packet. So finally all the packets are rearranged, and we can see the messages. Okay.